Welcome back, everyone, to Argentina, and this time we are going to defeat the evil Bolivians. I also have kind of seen that I'm an idiot on the whole Paraguay deal, and I'll show you why. Because in my focus tree, I have a whole branch that is relying upon me owning Paraguay. So I think I will just annex them with the console. I hope that you will, forgive me for quote-unquote cheating, because I don't seem to have any way of actually annexing them normally, because I cannot release the puppet. Like, doesn't seem like I can release puppet. So, I would get a free war goal on them. Gain annex war goal against Paraguay, and I already defeated them, so I'm gonna call it as legitimate, quote unquote, legitimate cheating. Anyway, right now I will just play out my war against Bolivia. Everyone moving? Yes, they are. Bolivia just does not stand a chance. They don't have enough. They don't have enough troops. Although they do have their glorious navy. They do have their glorious navy, so we're gonna need to be, I guess, afraid of their glorious navy. I don't know, man. Of course, we can't get up there, so that's too sad. Also, another thing that this is going to do is it's going to give us ports on the western coast of the Pacific Ocean. By the way, you should probably not engage these enemy destroyers. It's going to give us ports on the western coast of the Pacific Ocean, or rather the western coast of the South American continent, so on the Pacific Ocean. And what's great about that is, okay, that's pretty good. You're going to move there. What's great about that is that it gives us ports from which to invade the coastal provinces of nationalist Chile over here. So that would be pretty good for us. Decisions available. Send in the army. That's just for some extra stability. No need right now. No need. Poor nationalist Chile. Oh no, they keep finding my submarines. How dare they? I still have my fighters over here, but can't really do anything. They cannot really do anything. Alright, we are just fixing their infantry units in place wherever we meet them, and then we walk around with other troops. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. As you'd expect me to do. I mean, it's exactly what I do every time. More than 50% war support, and countries have more than 40% of Argentina's total number of factories. Well, and I can't take extensive conscription because they need to be at least 50% as strong as we are. So actually, one thing that I probably should do is wait until I can get my war economy going, because it's 1938 and war economy is still useful. Still quite useful indeed. Okay. I guess actually would be much better to go here. My cavalry is running in. Let's do this. And when am I gonna get my war goal on you? Should be, yeah, 30 more days, and then I should have a couple of months to actually use the war goal. So I should have plenty of time to finish my my Bolivian campaign before that. Okay, then you come up here. You come here, because I need you. And then you try to go for La Paz, see if we can capitulate them fast enough. Okay, now they're running away from Potosi, so into Chaco, and they're running away to here. So you guys just pile on the pressure on them. I guess he's already going there. You stay there. Get the pressure in. He's coming, and then he's gonna come too. And once he comes here, oh, there we go. Looks like they are fighting us, which is annoying. And they have troops in La Paz. Oh, well, just walk around them then. Walk around them. Elastic defense, researched, that's very good. I am going to go for mobile infantry. Because this is just for tanks. And that's the thing I always dislike about mobility doctrine, is the fact that you have a whole tree only for tanks. And I guess he can get there fast enough. There we go. Oh, more troops. That is fine. So now he is surrounded. And then we take all these towns all over. America plan. I'm going to the fallout of the American Civil War so that I can get some extra immigrants. Delicious immigration. Great and glorious immigration. Let's see if we can surround this guy as well. Yeah, at this point we're just surrounding their divisions, really. And defeating them piecemeal. Which is what you usually do. And we're going to be taking some pretty massive attrition losses to our equipment. So if we go ahead and look at our thing over here, our equipment ledger, you can see that we're losing, 3,000 by attrition, which is counting for a lot of our malice right now. And it looks like he's running away. He's going to run away successfully. Now we're just going to be pounding away at them and trying to get them. Actually, now you guys are just way too far away to actually participate in any of this fighting. So what I'll do is I'll have some of you already form corps that can fight Chile in some kind of capacity. You guys will go from here to La Serena. No, apparently they have troops there. Let's see if we can get to Valparaíso again. That was my plan before. It's gonna be my plan since. And now my Armada de Argentina, the ARA, it will now establish naval superiority up here as well. Does nationalist Chile have their fleet? No, that's the thing I dislike about. Well, right, actually we had destroyed them. Never mind, it was we who did that. And now we're outflanking them and getting to Riberalta. So yes, you should be fine. You guys redeploy over here. No need for you to exist. You're trying to move. That's not good. Do not let them do that. And then all of you go for La Paz, which I believe just means peace. Not going to be so peaceful now. Not so peaceful a capital. And now we can destroy them. Very good. And once these wars are finished, I'm gonna annex Paraguay because, again, I can get some nice goodies for Paraguay. I don't get the core itself, but I can get some nice goodies actually taking them in. You do get a core on Uruguay, so I guess the Guays are pretty much required as Argentina, which is pretty nice. I mean, no one likes the Guays. What? Justification to conquer Santiago is finished. That is great. How long do I have to actually use it? A couple of months. I have plenty of time. Looks like the troops in La Paz are now dying. And once we take the capital, Bolivia should be done. You two, no more need for you to be where you are. Come down and be there. I will not put any troops down here, or I mean, I guess I will because I have enough troops, but it's not necessary, actually. Not necessary anymore. Get some Paraguayans in there. I've been using the Paraguays, and I will continue to use them as long as they're useful, but No longer than that. Yeah, start to redeploy back over, and we can now defeat them. Take all states. Great. So now you are mine, and what about the decision? The fate of Bolivia. So after a campaign through the jungles and the deserts, oh god, ideology has grown, and Greece has declared war on the Hellenic Socialist Republic. Looks like we have a Greek civil war. Oh, the Hellenic Socialist Republic will definitely win. Because they seem to have... I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, our ideology has grown. That is good. So, after a campaign through the jungles and deserts of Bolivia, we have finally managed to reach the gates of the Andes. La Paz is now in our hands. We must decide the fate of Bolivia. We will liberate Bolivia under a friendly government. So, Phalangist Bolivia has been spawned. And, yeah, they have Bernardino Bilbao Rioja, who actually has a kind of history behind him, apparently. And they've got their own focus tree, of course, that they can still use. I wonder if... doesn't look like they can take those political things. That's fine. At least they cannot take, you know, actual war goals against us or against anyone. Really now. What I would really like for you to do is for you to actually have decent organization. 2 divisions. Yeah, well, a little bit too many. There we go. 6 divisions. No need to actually have 6 divisions up here. And now we're going to have all of our guys, again, reposition, redeploy, do their own thing. And once they do that, you know, Paraguay has Chaco Boliviano as a core state. Well, I mean, we don't get anything on that, though, now do we? Because this is just Paraguay, add the following. So it is local. I believe just Paraguay, just this state. So I guess I can, yeah, I can consul annex Paraguay and get this, and then give Chaco Boreal to Phalangist Bolivia. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good idea. Also, we're getting a lot of national populist popularity, which is good. Oh, 13th of June, we still have... Oh, way too long. No need to worry, no need to hurry. We are gonna have enough. We're not really strong on that, but we can get some arty production. Immigrants from the United States. As their homeland devolves into civil war and thousands die on the streets of the once great American nation for a defunct ideology. Does this... Paraguay exists. Is not in faction with Paraguay. We are in a faction with... oh, I guess... whatever. I'm taking the focus so that I, you know, am across it. So that I have it. Swarms of refugees from the states have departed from the East Coast, setting sail for our nation. For years, we have upheld a policy of open immigration and have actively attracted foreigners. Accepting refugees from the USA, however, could have unforeseen diplomatic implications, and the rate at which they keep flowing in is putting a strain on our nation. So either increase fees for entry, and that's going to give us a civilian factory. Encourage American immigration that decreases stability and adds 50% to the immigration factor, which right now is already at 150%, or close the borders for the Americans, and that's just some extra stability. I wouldn't mind a civilian factory. For some reason, that decreases the stability at the same rate, but I think I will just take a civilian factory. And I wonder if they're going to pay me something else, eventually. because, you know, technically they're paying me. So 150% projected immigration. And then once you take this thing, break up socialist revolters, expand mining facilities. Oh, looks like we have some things for Bolivia that we can do for them, but I mean, not yet. There we go. Punish Paraguay. And as you can probably see, we cannot declare war on them, even though we technically just gained the annex war goal. What we will do now is we will take the 5-year plan and start to decrease my Black Monday problems. I mean, why are you moving like this? Why are you doing this to me? Don't move normally. Please move with trains. Trains are good. Yes. Please strat redeploy. That would make my life definitely less annoying. Concentrated industry, thank you very much. I will continue to get that concentrated industry up and running. Now, this is almost 1939, so I can get the new batch of techs for 1939, which is great. And now I am kind of ready to go in. Now, convoy rate. Did I not put you? I did put you there. I don't know, whatever. One thing that I want to do, though, is I want to check. Are the AI cheating? Oh god, they have a lot of divisions. Are the AI cheating? In terms of where they're putting their troops? No, they're not cheating. Even... Okay. Actually, the port itself doesn't seem to be... Okay. Okay, good. This is what I want to do. Because it doesn't seem like he has any units there, so I can just take the port. Which is pretty good. If I'm taking the port, might as well have a couple of divisions standing by to come over and help take over the place. You to consolidate, of course you cannot. Oh well, it's time to declare. Call allies. Of course, call allies does not actually call in your puppets. And now there's no more Bolivia, so... Okay, they have joined. Good. There's no more Bolivia, so they should not be able to get just random white pieces that really disrupt me in some way or another. That's good. Okay, so we have enough covering, and let's go with the naval plan. This is of course very important because we want to win this with as few casualties as possible, as little trouble as possible. And of course, Uruguay wins the World Cup. Well, soon they will not win anything because they will not exist anymore. But yeah, good on them, I guess. No, just... You can all come over to passes. If you can all come over to passes, you should do so. Okay. Well, how about this? Concepcion. Let's go ahead and try to take it. Anyway, yeah, they don't have any units there. Good. In the meantime, our troops are advancing up in the north, because they don't have any units themselves to stop our advance. And now my Marines, my glorious Marines, are coming in, and they're actually removing their troops from Santiago, which is quite good. Also, good boy Paraguay is actually sending me Lend-Lease, which is good. Okay, now we go ahead and we've captured Puerto Montt, and that's good because it cuts off all of these guys, and yeah, it doesn't seem like there's any way that they can actually stay there. And now we take Concepcion, We have taken the port, and Santiago, it's not abandoned as it was just a few minutes ago, but it isn't exactly strongly held either. So let's try to use my Marines. I will use the force attack, and that, along with my Marines' superior fighting skills, should be enough to defeat the enemy garrison of the capital, although they are coming in with a cavalry division. That's potentially kind of scary, because cavalry is fast. Okay. Now, these two guys are in big trouble, because they're alone and surrounded. And we're doing quite well. But, of course, my Marines are taking heavy casualties, which I didn't want to, but it's fine. One of you goes to Valparaiso, one of you goes to Rancagua, so that we can get some encirclement effectively. On these guys, and now we can take the capital. Stabilization in the countryside. Due to our decisive actions in the early days of the recession, and primarily due to the success of the JNG, a large portion of our farmers has been able to escape from the bankruptcy. Now that trade is once again increasing, our farms are in excellent shape, and large shipments of food are already being sent to Canada and the German Empire, which is exactly why I took that like farmers bank thing, because I knew that something like this was going to spawn out of there. Clearly, I am an economic genius. United Baltic Duchy is having their rebellion. Fall of Atlanta. Perhaps the war will soon be over. On whose side, though, will it be over? Let us see. Oh, God. What the fuck? What? The French Republic is over here. The West Indies Federation. Looks like the Entente intervened against the CSA. So the CSA is dead, effectively. Maybe. They still have their heartland, but they're very much on the fall. The central government is not exactly being helped by the Entente, though, and they also have some problems. Whereas the American Union state was doing very well, but also the French Republic and the Commonwealth or whatever decided to declare war on them too. So they're gonna die because the Entente is slowly but surely pushing into their country. Oh, well, poor America. Poor America. Right now, we have our own things to deal with. There goes the combined syndicates. Oh! Oh, what the? That's hilarious. See, that does not help the combined syndicates, though, because they're at war with the Pacific states, they're at war with the United States, and the Pacific states and the United States are the American alliance. So it's actually kind of likely that MacArthur is, thanks to the Entente, gonna regain control. Or maybe the CSA is just gonna defeat everyone, which is very unlikely, but it is possible. And once we have the whole Black Monday situation resolved, we can get tons of immigrants from them. And there we go. Santiago's ours. That's not the end of nationalist Chile, but it will be soon. Come on, just destroy them. Fall of Chile. As the last cells crumble before our might, Chilean war machine has finally been forced to surrender, and the government surrendered at 4 p.m., transferring all power to us. Establish a puppet regime. Okay, I see. I see. Okay, that's what happened, I guess, or what failed to happen earlier. Okay, so now Chile is our puppet under Jorge González von Mares, and they've got a bad flag. And so now nationalist Chile is my puppet, and also it gave them their navy, which is, I guess they didn't have a navy anymore. Oops. That's fine. Anyway, well, now we are in a very good position. I've still got an available war goal on Paraguay. Now I've got that war goal, but I can't use it. So, annex... Is it Paraguay? Yes. Annex Paraguay. There we go. No more of that. And then I can give... Oh, but would that give them... That would also give them Tarija. That is very annoying. This is our core state. So no, I will not give them that. See, I wish that I could... Oh, right. State transfer tool. I can mark Chaco Boreal and transfer it to Bolivia. Good. Thank you. By the way, there's someone who pointed that out to me, that exists. So yeah, thank you for doing that. And I guess I will do some more transferring because like this Bolivia is just ugly. So I will give some extra to Chile. I'll transfer Antofagasta here back over to Chile. There we go. So, I mean, I'm just gonna leave them with their coastline here in Tarapacá. There's no naval base here, but we can build that for them eventually. And they don't have a navy anyway, so... I wonder if they're gonna get their... Yeah, flagship for the Armada. Let's build them a port. Just so, you know, if they get that... Because apparently they can get a battleship for their focus stream. And that's great, because I'd like them to have a battleship, and, you know, they're my puppet, so, you know, I'd very much like them to have an actual port for them to house the battleship. Because I guess they could transfer it to our ports, I guess, but I feel like that could have unforeseen consequences. Anyway, our army right now needs to recover, and they need guns. Although, I mean, they do have guns. So why the hell are you not reinforcing? You are reinforcing. Good. We do have a lot of experience left over on our men, which is great. Fall of Paraguay. Cede the Chaco Boreal to Bolivia. Oh, well, that is exactly what I wanted. The Go calls Carles to order. Even though victory has been... Even though victory has been secured over Chile and the rebels in Patagonia have been crushed, Carles is still not satisfied with the territorial expansion of our neighbors, and further campaigns into Uruguay, Brazil, and Bolivia, well, we already did Bolivia, are all being drawn up and sent to the army. Being allied to Carles during the early days of his regime, the Go has politely requested Carles to tone down his recklessness before he drags Argentina down with him. Controlling vast parts of our armed forces, we cannot risk angering the Go, as they could lift us from power just as easily as they helped us seize it, so we will either have to bow to their request and stop the campaign, or take the radical approach of removing the organization from power with force. Oh. This will prevent us from further invading our neighbors. Well, I can't have that now, can I? Secretly start preparing their demise. This is starting to look very, very dangerous, but we're gonna do that. Okay, so motorized light tanks. Is the light tank guy only for light tanks or also for medium tanks? Armor research time minus 5%. That is not good. Industrial. Yeah, I will take the industrial company actually, because that increases construction speed. And now industry is going to be my focus for a little bit, because I can remove the TD bug, by the way. I need to increase my industry so that I can compete with Brazil, and I need to increase my army so that I can compete with Brazil. They're still recovering from the recession, and they have a divided military and all these things. Week of the war. War between the states. Right. Conquest of the West. Okay, so he's going down... Izquierda Democrática government, or no, well, he's got the liberal government. He's just doing a lot of economy stuff. That's fine. First 5-year plan. Reduce reliance on textiles. I will take the Paraná infrastructure plan. So the Paraná and Uruguay rivers are obstructing heavy shipping in the region and should be cleared out to allow us to further develop the northern provinces and improve connections between the urban hubs. We still have the war on Paraguay, who does not exist anymore. And now we can get, actually, because we have reduced our effects of Black Monday enough, I guess, I don't know. apparently I don't have that anymore. I can take all these immigration decisions. Good. So let's see actually which of these are the most cost-effective for our political power. Like, for example, attracting Italian immigrants would... attracting Italian immigrants would have 20% for 40 political power. This is 20 for 10. This is 2 for 5. So it looks like 4 for 10. Looks like most of them are effectively just double the political power for the percentage that you're getting. Although some of them are actually in very small amounts better. Like, for example, the attract Swiss immigrants is 3% to immigration factor for only 5 political power. If I were to, for example, try to have... Yeah, this is 2 for 5, so that's slightly less cost-effective. So, for example, Portuguese immigrants, that's by... I don't know how to say it in English, but you get what I mean. This is 2%, and that other one is 3%, except it's 5, so it should be 2.5, but it's not 2.5, and here it's 3, and there it's 2. So I will take this, attract Swiss immigrants. I will take the Ottomans, because they're also slightly cost-effective. 2%, 4%, that's also smaller. That's smaller. And then I will take... I'll take some Italians, thank you very much. And, ooh, completion of the 5-year plan. I've also got this. By completing the 5-year plan successfully, we are showing the world that Argentina should not be trifled with and prove our industrial prowess. So this is going to be prerequisites. So Black Monday no longer plagues our nation. Ooh, the fate of Paraguay. Really now? No, I will annex you. Thank you very much. So that's kind of bad, but that's fine. Oh god. So, by completing the 5-year plan successfully, we are showing the world that Argentina should not be trifled with and improve our industrial prowess. Black Monday no longer plagues our nation. Project Tucumán has finished. Project Santiago has finished. Project Jujuy has finished. Project La Rioja has finished. And more factories than 30. Well, more factories than 30, almost. Pressure Uruguay, we still cannot do that. All those projects... I guess that is gonna be for the Paraná infrastructure plan. We've got a lot of bad political power things to eat through in the next few years, I guess. But yeah, right now our military has proven its worth. Unfortunately, we still have problems. Okay, now you have that. Good. So my Marines, they're pretty much done with what they were doing before. I can recall them to Buenos Aires. Because the next objectives, I guess, are going to be down in the east, you know? Misiones Orientales. The Oriental missions, the Eastern missions. And, yeah, that will be the Annex war goal against Brazil. And then the Catholic brothers around the world will give us some more immigration. Oh, you need to be at war. Okay, so Spain needs to be at war with Carles, Spain, and the CNTFAI for us to have that. So I should actually rush down and try to get it as quickly as possible. This will also allow us to send volunteers all over the globe, which would not be too bad. Glorious Argentina is growing ever gloriouser. I really would not mind actually having this dam constructed. Like, I wonder exactly how do we go about doing that. Infrastructure expansion, drill for oil from shore. So now I can take it from shore to shining shore because Chile is my subject. Islas Malvinas naval expansion. This will strengthen the navy. Is the navy still too strong? Yeah, the navy is dominant. So I'm gonna need also to come down and get the Instituto Balseiro to increase my army strength, I guess. Yeah, more steel. Are we struggling with steel? Yeah, we are. Anyway, we now have the Paraná industrial plan. I will take the Catholic brothers around the world so that I can get my Spanish immigration, plus 25%. Oh no, this is just monthly population plus 25%. That's actually even better. It's not even immigration factor, it's just monthly population. Like my monthly growth. So instead of 714, I'm gonna get like 850, something like that. That's good. In terms of my, Project Tucumán. Okay, so that's just gonna give us infrastructure at the cost of political power and civilian factories. So, okay. And Tucumán, of course, is in the state of Tucumán. Santiago is in the state of Santiago. Okay. So, yeah.